What's up, everyone? It's Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro, former NFL corner, and now I'm coaching you guys up. All right, so this video is mostly for parents. So if you one of my students, definitely get your parent on this video because it's going to be some crazy information. All right, so check this out, and it's simple. So I want you to understand something. Coaching, right? So college coaches. It's very important for you to understand how college coaches, most of, not all, because some are in the perfect position that they love. They're in a great position where they're in the conference they want. Um, they're getting paid the amount that they would like. It's like, say, I'll give you an example. Like a Nick Saban is in the perfect setting for himself. He's in the top conference. He's the top dog. The recruiting, like he's focused on maintaining, just constantly maintaining, right? But the majority of coaches are they're trying to get to that level. They're trying to get to where they have some stability, you know, where they got that steady flow of great athletes coming in, and then they just want to focus. They want to get to the point where they can just focus on winning and building a legacy wherever they are, and then possibly becoming a defensive DC or offense coordinator or possibly head coach. I know some coaches actually rather just be a DC or OC, but that's where they really want to get. They want to get into that where they have stability and they have steady flow of great athletes coming in and playing championship ball, right? Well, they're not there. It takes time. And I want to give you I want to basically just tell you very simply, they do it by winning wherever they are. We're going to get into that. Being a great recruiter, that is key. So you'll be surprised, like some coaches get jobs at colleges because at certain colleges because they have a great network when it comes to the recruiting. Okay, so they have a connection to the top high school where and they can convince. It's almost like sales. They can convince the top athletes to come to certain schools. Okay, so that's key. And then their relationships and networks with other coaches. So they have a great relationship with this top coach that he's doing well. So other coaches may put him on so that they can be part of that relationship. So it's a network. It's a network. And you have to build relationships and you have to network for guys and basically have guys like you. I have some coaches that I'm cool with who are amazing at football itself. I mean, amazing coaches, but they can't really get along with. I'm not gonna say they can't get along with other guys, but it's just their social skills aren't as high as their football, their football business, their football, uh, coaching skills. So that is very important to have, like socially, the ability to get people to like you. All right. So I just want to throw that out there. Now, here is my recruiting tip, and this goes out to the parents, not all parents, because some are. So look, some parents have know nothing about football, right? you know, and I totally understand. This is for more of the guys who possibly played football before, that maybe you're more active in the team. You sometimes you may help out with your high school coaching staff, just a little bit more, but you're just not in that world right now. Look, networking. Now, how can you network? How can you meet these guys? Man, it's right in front of your face. Literally, all right, so coaching clinics, coaching conferences. All you got to do is pay to go and learn. That's what they do. It's like how we got the coaching camps. Let's say it's more for a instructional football camp for your kid so that he can learn certain skills from coaches and stuff. Well, they have coaching clinics for high school coaches or youth coaches, and you get to meet the like this one. It says, all right, it's Florida State past and present, featuring Coach Willie Taggart, Bobby Bowden, and the Florida State football staff. April 6th, 7th, 2018. The tradition continues. Then you got all these guys. So what you I mean, you can like I was talking to my buddy the other day. I asked him, I said, "Hey, how much does the coaching conference cost?" He was like $60. I said, how many people are gonna be there?" He's like, "I think it was like 5,000." I said, "Well, so what do they do there?" They said, "What do they do?" He was like, "Well, it's a coaching clinic. They teach you, they go through different stuff, but really it's for people to network. It's for coaches to network, right?" I said, "That's amazing. That's how they get on. That's how they get their job. They have to become cool with other people. They have to meet them. They have to gain rapport with other people. So what happens is it expands your network. Coaching clinics. All right, so now on the other side, like just a regular coaching clinic for high school coaches, what you can do is you can get cool with your high school coach, with like your son's high school coach or youth coach or whatever, if you're not one. All right, if you're just helping out, and then you can go to certain coaching clinics. You just be like, hey, I'm part of and you can go with your high school coach because usually high school coaches go to clinics. You can go with them. You just have to pay. You just have to pay for access. You pay for access, and it's not going to be an arm and a leg. Um, but you can pay for access to these guys. You can learn. First of all, you can learn football from them. So you can learn. Then you can learn what they think and how they think, and then you can add to your Rolodex, man. Say, oh, hey, Coach Willie, hey, my name is Mark Parson, and I really love your work, yada yada yada, and you start talking to him, and at that point, it's all about how good you are at making friends and stuff like that. But that's one coach who has a connection to what we talk about a center of influence. You never know, man. You never know. He may love you depending on how good you are at gaining rapport with people. He may love you. And then let's say your son's in ninth grade and you're developing him because you're focused on self development. You're helping with the exposure. How? By becoming cool with different coaches, you know, investing, right? How do you invest? Pay for a coach, go to a coaching clinic, learn. Now your knowledge and wisdom is boosted because you know what these guys are thinking. You know more about ball. You know what I'm saying? You start this when he's in ninth grade, do the same thing for the next 3 to 4 years. You add to your Rolodex, you add to your network, and the possibility. See, we don't know necessarily if your son will get recruited. We don't know. But what we want to do is increase the percentage and likelihood of possibly getting that to happen. Remember how I got recruited to go play Ohio University? It wasn't like, oh, this guy found me and he saw my film and it was like, oh yeah, he's a perfect fit. No, both times. The only two scholarship, well, I got a couple. I got one from UB Buffalo. They offered me. At that time they were like 0 and 10, 0 and 11. And who wants to go? I didn't want. My dad's from Buffalo. I didn't want to go to Buffalo. Is I know how cold it is. He complained about it his whole life. That's why he moved to Virginia. All right. So, but yeah, but still, the first scholarship, the only scholarship I got was Hampton University. The only reason I got that was because of my sister. My sister hooked me up with that because she played softball there and she was cool with the coaches. So they, off of her, off of their love for her and trust for her, that's the only reason I got a scholarship from them. Well, not the only reason. It's the introduction for them to even look at my film. The introduction. And they offered me, well, after they watched the film. I didn't go there, so I went to Fork Union Military, and when I went to Fork Union, I had some interest from teams, but they didn't pull the trigger. They didn't push the button. So we had a Division I AA school called Rhode Island, and then remember, and I had this in another video. The defensive coordinator really liked me. He really liked me. He was like, "Man, you gonna be," and I wasn't gonna take the official visit. I was like, "No, man, I'm gonna go." I took the visit because my coach Schumann was like, "Yo, you need to go," and I took the visit, and when I took the visit, they loved me. You know, I had a good, I was pretty good socially. So also, but they loved my film, and they're like, So I said, think about it. When I decided not to go there, that defensive coordinator, I wish I knew his name. I'm gonna have to look him up. You know what? I'm gonna look him up because it was around 2004, 2005. He had a bald head. All right, I remember him. He was cool with Coach Jimmy Burrow, who just got the DC job at Ohio University because Coach Frank Solich came from Nebraska. And he said, look, you need to, I didn't know this until later. You need to get this guy because he's really good, and he's going to do this and he's going to do that. I'm telling you. And I just so happened to hit up Ohio University, and it was just the stars aligned, right? But really, it was my network. It was the network. And that's part of the reason why I went to Fourth Union, because they had a vast network of coaches that came to that school. So if you're a little, if you're a small town school where nobody knows and it's not known for winning, and the coaches it doesn't have a reputation for producing talent. It may not, you may get looked over, even though in the world of the internet. So you may have to go out and start building up your network, which is easier than you think. And this is one piece of advice: coaches and coaching clinics, get cool with your high school coach. So here's, a step by step, just like we do at Spark Recruit Team, right? Get cool with your high school coach. Be more active. Especially this is why I always say, if your son's, the younger the better, because you can start doing stuff now. Now if he's a senior, it's a lot harder, obviously, right? Now there's different things for that, because I have a person who only works with people who have no offers and are seniors. But let's say the earlier the better. If your son is in youth football, you're lucky, because now you can start the self development, right? And then what you can do is you get cool with your high school coach. Get cool with him. Find out what coaching clinics he's going to. Start investing in your team. Start helping out your team, and you're basically a coach. You're basically a person involved in the team, and you want to learn, right? You want to learn the game, and you want to network. Pay to go to coaching clinics. Find out, just like you do for your son on certain camps, and then build up your Rolodex. Again, a coaching conference that had 5,000 coaches, a coaching conference that had and seminar that had 5,000 only cost $60. This piece of information is going to change a lot of people's lives. I'm letting you know. All right, so look at this one coaching clinic that was this year had Hall of Fame coaches. New coaches, past and present, and all of these guys. You better believe you're gonna meet a lot of people. You better believe it. All right, so I hope this information. No, I know this information is crazy. I know it helps. I know it helped a lot of people and a lot of kids, because I wanted to share the info with you. So this is a little out the box. This is a little different. I don't know if any recruiting uh service or product is really talked about this, like this perspective. But like I said, the goal is for you to basically just get your son to be able to follow his dreams, and have a higher percentage of making it. Okay. Email me at cornerbackpro if you have cornerbackpro@gmail.com if you have any questions. And go to collegefootball.io, parents. Okay. It's gonna really help you. It's all about it's about a process. So we don't focus on exposure out the gate. We just don't. It's more of like we're consulting you. Okay, so we're consulting you. Make sure you got the process and the daily routine set of what you can do to make this happen for yourself and your child. All right, it is a process. It doesn't happen overnight, but with the daily routine, little by little by little by little, it compounds to a lot. All right, so it's going to be in the description box. Make sure you go in the description box, collegefootball.io, and begin to take massive action so that you can reach your dreams. All right, guys, peace.